Material contained therein could be time-sensitive, meaning it could be early, expired, or late. Listeners are advised to pay close attention to the details of the program. Again, this program is pre-recorded. Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the host and guest, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of JJLN Radio. Time now is 7 p.m. Normally here would be the Lady G Show, but taking the place of Lady G Show is the Angel Cafe with Kathy Navin. That's right, from now on you're going to be able to tune into this program Saturdays at 7 p.m. And then it's going to be retelecast the next 6 days, 24 hours a day. The Angel's Cafe with Kathy Navin. The phone lines are open. You can call in and be a part of the show by dialing 1-888-778-1436. That's 1-388-778-1436. And you can also contribute to support the show financially by using the world-famous silver button at the top left-hand corner of the viewing portal you're now watching. The show will be recorded, so DVD and audio CDs will be available. We'll talk about that more later, but right now, here we go into the facilities of JJLN Radio, into the studios of Amerimere.net for the Angel's Cafe with Kathy Navin.
Hello, I'm so happy to be with you. Happy Easter. Thank both our Nevada fans and our global fans for joining us tonight on this Easter Eve for this historic Everything Veterans Angel Cafe show. We have a great show ahead because in the JJLN studio tonight for this live broadcast is a very, very distinguished veteran. Joining me in studio is Richard D. Keirn from Purple Heart, Military of the Purple Order, Chapter 730. Welcome, Richard. It's an honor to have you on my show. Welcome,
Hello.
sir. We are so pleased to have you, and we're going to learn a lot from Richard. But let me tell you a little bit about him. I want you to know a little bit about Richard. He is a combat-wounded Purple Heart veteran. Enlisting at age 17, Richard served 20 years in the U.S. Army, with more than 3 tours of Vietnam, including a year assigned to the Free World Forces. He is a certified Nevada Veterans Advocate and has a certification from the Department of Veterans Affairs in the training, responsibility, involvement, and preparation of claims. He started working as a service officer in 2015, and he has accomplished a lot. He's got thousands of claims taken care of. On March 1st, 2019, Richard D. Keirn, a member of Chapter 730, Military Order of the Purple Heart, was awarded by Nevada Governor Sisolak the Volunteer Recognition Certificate, awarded for his volunteer service to veterans. This introduction only touches on a little bit of a great life of service, on a life of a great veteran. And now we usually follow with a prayer, but tonight we're going to have an Easter video. It's produced by Clyde Peters, and it's really great. We're going to have that after our third break. We're going to go right to this amazing guest, and I tell you what, it is my honor, and I am humbled to have Richard in the studio. And Richard, tell us a little bit about yourself. Before you tell us why Army, are you from Oklahoma?
Yes, I am.
Where in Oklahoma?
A little town called Blackwell. Sits up on the Kansas state line.
Okay, now, we know you enlisted at 17 years of age.
Yes.
So since Oklahoma, you've been around the world, haven't you?
A couple times, yes.
Okay, well, tell me right now, why career Army? Why Army?
Because I had 2 uncles in World War II that was in the Army that I looked up to.
Oh, okay.
And,
icons, yes.
Yeah, so, it was sort of a natural choice to go Army. They were the only actual relatives that were in the service during the war. One of them island hopped with MacArthur up through the Pacific.
Wow.
And the other one, he flew gliders. Well, why he'd want to do that, I don't know.
But you had these icons to admire, so one day, at 17, you said, I'm signing up for the Army.
Yeah, and I think that's why it was the Army. I never really thought about the other since I can remember, I always wanted to be in the Army. So.
Okay, and then I know MOS. Does that mean your military job, MOS?
Yeah.
And
Military Occupational Specialty.
oh, okay. And here I am, a military brat and even a military wife, and I don't recall all that. Tell us, Corps of Engineers. What is that? What you were in?
Well, yeah, I was in the Corps of Engineers. The Corps of Engineers is actually two organizations. It's the Army Corps of Engineers, the civilian side, and then there's the Army Corps of Engineers, the military side.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of different. I started out as a youngin' and being a combat engineer.
Oh, okay.
And then I went from that, I went into heavy equipment construction engineering. I went into rock crushing operations.
Oh my goodness.
Then I was a engineer technical advisor towards the end.
My goodness. Well, I know you have a heavy college education, all kinds of schools. So you've been in communications as well. You've done a lot, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I've just about done it all. I mean, I went out back when I went in. The engineers had their own reconnaissance companies, and so I was one of the younger ones that wound up going to engineer reconnaissance school. I went to Army demolition school.
Oh my goodness.
And then that was all while I was in Germany.
Oh, where in Germany were you?
Well, the first time I was in a place called Gießen, just north of Frankfurt.
Okay.
And then the second time I was in Fürth, which is just outside of Nuremberg.
Okay.
And then the third time I was down in Bavaria. I was down in Baumholder.
Wow. When you were in Frankfurt, near Frankfurt, I'm just curious, did you ever hear of a base called Büdingen?
Yeah, Büdingen.
Okay, because I was there for almost 3 years in Büdingen, Germany.
Really?
Yeah, I was there in 81, 82, and
Yeah, I don't know what it was like then. When I knew of Büdingen, it was a major Army airfield.
yeah, it was, and it kind of, the buildings were kind of like Gothic buildings, really old and narrow streets, and Germany was quite a place to
When I went to Fürth, I was in one of the last of the armored engineer units.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were engineers and we went around tracks, and of course they did away with those in the late 60s.
Oh, okay.
But it would be an armored engineer unit was a real trip.
Well, then, from when, what years did you go to Vietnam?
I went to Vietnam on the first time in 1968. I left Germany. I took a 2-week leave and then went.
In 68,
yeah,
like in 68. Yes, I had a fiance that went to Vietnam in 68 too.
Then I came back in 69. And I went to Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I either went to Germany or Georgia.
Oh.
I was in Georgia, and stateside duty is okay. Yeah, it's we were there for Hurricane Carmel when it struck the coast. And then after that, I decided, well, I'll go back to Vietnam. That was in 70, so I went back to Vietnam.
Oh my goodness, what a serviceman here! This dedication to go into the war area. So you're back in Vietnam for a year then? Okay.
Started to leave in 71. In fact, I was close to leaving. I was at Long Bend, getting ready to process out.
Okay.
And they got me out of line, and they said, well, you're not going home.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow, okay. But and I went inside, and anyway, they told me, they said somehow, because during about 71, most of the troops started leaving Vietnam.
Yeah.
And so, Free World Forces, I guess, I don't know if they needed people. Anyway, the New Zealanders needed an engineer.
Oh my goodness.
So
and you were picked.
Yes, I picked, so I didn't get to go home.
Oh.
I didn't really care. I was a career soldier anyway.
Right, you were dedicated, your mission to taking care of the U.S.
And when they told me I was going to Free World Forces, I thought it's got to be a new trip.
Yeah. What a good attitude, yes.
So then when I got there, they said, well, you're going to be with the New... I thought I was going to the Arvins as an advisor.
Oh, okay.
And they said, we're going to the New Zealanders. And I said, the New who? They said, the New Zealanders. That turned out to be real good.
Okay.
But I found out later that I was the only one that had ever been with the New Zealanders.
That's what I understand. You were one of a kind.
Yeah. You know, they say, old New Zealanders had an old saying, Free World Forces was 6 nations and an American.
Wow. That makes you, I mean, that's really something to, that's a historic thing, to just be the only one.
When I went to leave Vietnam, there was literally nobody left at any of the big air bases. And I'm trying to find, well, how do I get out of here? And they said, well, you can go up north to the 101st. I'm not going up north. So the New Zealanders went to their consulate and our embassy, and I went home with them.
Oh, okay.
So I spent 2 months in New Zealand with them.
Oh, wow. How was New Zealand? I mean, forget that you were serving. Now, did you like New Zealand?
Well, yeah, because when I got there, they took one of the New Zealanders I'd served with, and they gave us a staff car, and we went up and down both islands. And we stopped, and every place where there was one who had served in a training team. So it was real interesting. And then I got awarded the New Zealand Engineer Badge.
Wow.
I'm the only one in the Army that can wear it.
Isn't that incredible, folks? Do you hear that? We have a distinguished, this man has a historic story here. I mean, the only man that can wear this badge.
Well, the Army wasn't going to let me wear it, but then they cut a special public law so that I could wear it.
Good for you. I bet presidents know who you are. And I want to say tonight to President Trump, this veteran has a message for you. When we come back, he's going to talk about joining you in the White House.